Okay. Why is there a massive gap? Why is there a massive gap in that? YouTube live chat. Ah, I see. The big ol' welcome to live chat. Remember to guard your privacy and abide by our community guidelines. That big ol' box over there. That big old box over there. I did some CSS fiddling to make it disappear, but there's still a small black box in there. Welcome to the stream. I see Fizzy Soda and Tin Sheet here. Welcome to the stream. Thank you for being here. I'm a little bit frazzled right now. I wasn't able to have lunch until a few minutes ago, so I've just finished lunch and had to rush to actually get the stream set up. For some reason, my coffee isn't updating. I don't know what is wrong. What if I change it? Nope, still not updating. It's still May. In the eyes... It's still May in the eyes of coffee.com. Alright. So, this is Homura meeting Takina and Chisato. We are going to be working on the soft... we're going to be working on the soft shading this time. I'm pretty sure all of the colors are correct. Like, I remember checking. It's still wild to me that both of these are supposed to be black. Okay. Do I start with the white parts first? Yeah, sure. Make things easier for me. I'll comment on that later, Tin Sheet. I have to focus on this. Should there not be white? I should probably add some white to that. Okay, undo that. Let me real quick. Yeah, I should add some white parts to that. Let's copy that color. Okay, yeah, that's white. Okay, we're good. Let's go. Soft shading. It's gonna be very dark blue. Not dark blue. It's going to be a desaturated blue. A medium desaturated blue. A little bit darker. It's supposed to be a little bit darker. The parts that are... Oh, excuse me. Should be a little bit darker in the parts that are covered by other parts. Ambient occlusion. There is less light bouncing around in the corners of things. In places where two surfaces are close together. But of course, I think I might want to commission something next month. There is a temptation. Next month as in July, or next month as in within the next month? Oh, I didn't select this. The ones on her collar. Either within this month or July. So late within this month or July. Gotcha. If you ever do, I'd look forward to it. Oh goodness. I don't know if you guys have noticed, but my voice is a little husky today. It's I am once again, I feel like I'm starting to become sick again. It is a curse. Like, I haven't even really been like other than that Saturday stream, I haven't really been working that hard compared to before. So this is straight up just my immune system being bad. My immune system is just really weak. So this is obviously this is not the result of overwork. It would be so much easier if this was just overwork. It might also just be because I ate some oily food for lunch. That might also be the case, but that might have made it worse. But it was kind of like this already when the day started, so I'd say it was a factor, but it's not the only factor. Do you guys ever get that, where if you eat something too oily, the back of your throat starts getting thick with phlegm? It tends to happen to me. Usually for lunchtime. It rarely happens for dinner for some reason. Even if the only thing I have for dinner is like a fried egg. Eggs really tend to make the phlegm go. I never eat early. My eating schedule is not consistent. My eating schedule is consistent insofar as I eat once when the sun is up and once when the sun is not up. So I'm able to have, I don't have breakfast. I'm able to have a lunch and a dinner. When those actually happen, that's the part that's not consistent. Whoops. Oh dear. I just realized I forgot to select that white part. Okay. Didn't select the whites of their eyes either. There is no early or late. Sometimes my lunch is just also my dinner. I understand that feeling. Ideally, you eat more than one meal a day, though. I bet you've probably heard about the new Glen rocket explosion. I did not. What happened? I've been very disconnected. I've mostly been like... Like, I'm not even sure what Glen rocket is, to be honest. I assume it's some sort of rocket. I have a separate nighttime snack, which is usually just a meal. It's just a full meal. Gotcha. Understandable. Hello, Indy. Welcome to the stream. Good to see you again. The New Glen is a rocket by the company that Jeff Bezos owns. Ah. The last I heard about them is that they were making some sort of thing for NASA. I assume that plan has fallen through. Because the words rocket and explosion do not really leave much to the imagination about what might have happened. It blew up in Florida. Like, over Florida? Or did it blow up during liftoff? Did it blow up before liftoff? Which would be even worse. How am I doing? I am starting to get sick again. It is an unfortunate... It's an unfortunate curse of my biology. My immune system is just not very good. Chronic sickness during childhood will do that to you. Nobody was hurt, apparently. How can a rocket blow up and no one get hurt? Oh, was it supposed to be unmanned? Is that how they're spinning it? It was an unmanned rocket. I thought they were bidding to create a rocket that could send space astronauts into space. Is that not what they're doing anymore? Or is that not what they're doing anymore? Or were they far enough away from that goal that they were still doing unmanned test flights, test launches? I forgot to select the thumb. The thumb has no blood. Now it has blood. Chanting that you'll recover quick from the sickness. Doing a big ol' ritual. Doing a big ol' ritual to some pagan god. Does it count as a pagan god if it's not your if it's not an Indo-European god? It should still be called pagan, right? Like, the only reason they're called pagan is because they're gods from not the Abrahamic religions, Is that the only reason? Wait, no. From what I understand, pagan is like non-mainstream. And the only reason the Abrahamic religions became mainstream is because they fought out all of the other religions. They pushed all of them out. You think so? In response to whether or not it's considered pagan. I'm chanting, but not religiously. Just wishing you'll get very well soon. Anyone who did not adhere to Abrahamic religion in the Roman Empire. There we go. That's what's considered pagan. Then unless it's like from Northern Africa, it's probably not considered pagan. Of course, it's not just the Roman Empire anymore. That's true. The context has changed. I can't just reuse the word in its original context because that context no longer exists. Oh, linguists. Linguistic integrity. What else? What else? I guess the black hair that Takina and Homura share. Oh, long black hair. I checked the fanfic. I'm invested even harder in it after discovering that after Chisato and Takina happen to be magical girls in there. Yep. You only now noticed? Unfortunately, doing it like this will result in the hair kind of blending into the black parts of the clothing. So I'm gonna have to do some smaller brush strokes. Not smaller, some thinner brush strokes. That one's definitely supposed to be fully dark. Some thinner brush strokes to make it seem like they're actual strands of hair and it's not just a mass of darkness that blends in with a coat. Seeing the rings colored clued me in. I also gave them second rings to imply that they're married. Although I'm pretty sure Japan Japan at the time that okay, it's weird because clearly Madoka Magica is like near future, and is near future as of 2011, while Lycoris Recoil is contemporary as of 2020, as of 2022. However, there are some aspects of Lycoris Recoil that are clearly more advanced than Madoka Magica, and some aspects of Madoka Magica that are clearly more advanced than Lycoris Recoil. It's really weird. I saw the wedding rings during the last stream. You thought they were wedding rings, but they were on the middle finger at the time. I only added the wedding rings off stream. So you kind of just assumed. You kind of just assumed they were wedding rings. Yeah. The person whose fic I'm drawing fan art of, like this commission, the author whose fanfic this commission is a fan art of, they also do other Madoka Magica fanfics. One of them is called Friends of Homura, which is like one of those those what is it called, innuendos to insinuate that someone is gay without outright saying that they're gay. Yeah. I believe it was like military slang. This all come on friends of some specific actor. They have a but the author has a fanfic called Friends of Homura. I haven't read it yet, but I've heard good things about it. Part of the reason I haven't read it yet is because I've heard good things about it. I'm saving it for a rainy day, but also it's long, a little bit longer. A little bit longer than I'm comfortable spending an afternoon on. While, at least not while I have other things to be doing right now, like these commissions. The thing is, I could spend an afternoon just reading it and I'd be done with it. But for whatever reason, I feel compelled not to read it yet. I don't know what it is that compels me to do that. Hi, this randomly appeared on my For You page. Welcome to the stream. I assume you like Madoka Magica, or perhaps Lycoris Recoil. Because that's what this is. That's what this is art for. Alternatively, you're just a fan of art and happen to like the cute girls on the cover, on the thumbnail. That's also valid. I too like cute girls. To do the black parts again, or do I? Let's go with Chisato's blonde hair. Okay, orange, reddish orange. No, just orange. And it's orange, but it's going to look brown because of color contexts. That did not select. Let me select that. Oh, come on. Select this as well. There we go. Oh, this is infuriating. Always the most infuriating part. The corners of stuff. The infuriating part is how the corners of stuff don't select right. There's nothing to really do, like in raster art. It's not really something you can fix with raster art. You're always gonna be dealing with that issue. Because square pixels do not like curves. Maybe I should have used dark orange for this one. She looks a little dirty. Like the blonde, her blonde is a little bit dirty. Let's see what happens if I change it to orange. Okay, that's a little bit better. Her hair is gonna end up looking metallic at this rate, but I don't mind that. I've drawn characters with metallic hair often enough. Her hair is gonna look like actual gold in this. When was the last time I drew a character with prominently metallic hair? Like, the only one that I can think of is like literally metallic is that one Niji Ryo artwork that I drew a couple years ago. Believe I drew it in 2023. Lower the size. Oh, why did I make Takina's hair so stringy? So stringy and thin. Okay. Now we go pale blonde. Make it glow. Pale in a way that glows in the sun. Okay. Yeah, you can barely notice. It's especially once I start doing the hard shading, you're barely going to notice the dark parts. Alas. Okay, what's next? I guess the actual black parts. Let me hide the soft shading first. Or in this case, very dark blue. Okay, Takina's suit. Takina's suit is good. Any more black parts? I think that's it. Okay. So what color? Yeah, just make it pure black and the soft shading. Big airbrush. It's a medium airbrush. Big airbrush. Okay, maybe not that. Maybe not that shade. The relative colors. Did I get disconnected? Hello? I saw my OBS window suddenly change color. Like there was a flash. Got scared for a bit there. We're fine. Gonna need to darken that. I'll do that later. Hi everyone. I'm Tippy. It's been long since I've been here. Who is Tippy? Extra cheese sauce, please. Who is Tippy? I don't remember a Tippy. You might have used a different username here. If you used a different username, I don't think I'd recognize you. Oh, it's Nexo! Yeah, it has been a long time. Welcome to the stream. Welcome back. But yeah, welcome back to the stream. Been a long time indeed. I won't stay long since it's very late for me. But I wanted to say hi. Welcome to... Well, you have said hi, and I have said hi back. Good to see you again, my friend. May we meet again. Let's not make it too strong. The shadows around the legs. She does not have like... She doesn't have vacuum sealed... She doesn't have a vacuum sealed skirt. Let's not do that. I just spent 4 hours working on a new Jester OC to my collection of Jester OCs. Glad to hear it. Come on. Shadows here. Okay. Red, I suppose. Dark red. Purplish dark red. Maybe the red that I've chosen for Takina and Chisato is too dark. Okay, up to saturation, up to brightness a little. That's a little bit better. Red? Say that again. I'll say it 7 times if you need. Good night, everyone. Good night. Extra cheese sauce, please. Good luck, Nexo. Have a good night. Have a good rest, rather. My favorite move. My favorite part of the Redler movie where Redler says Red7 7 times. For whatever reason, us saying that has reminded me that Sony completely misinterpreted all of the memes around Morbius. And they assumed that people were memeing on Morbius because they've watched it and thought it was good. So they and they decided to hire theaters to show. They decided to hire theaters to show it for another weekend. It's just so funny. For another weekend that nobody watched. Okay, that explains the issue. Let me undo that. Please let me undo everything. Oh, thank goodness. It won't let me undo everything. Okay, fine. Go back to the softs. Oh boy. Let's do that again on the right layer this time. Wait, was it actually Sony? It was Sony, right? Was it Sony that misinterpreted the Morbius movie? Like, I know not all... I know not all Marvel properties are owned by Disney. So, kind of assumed it was Sony. Could be someone else. Not sure. Okay. This one deserves... This one's gonna be bright. Oh. You should probably... The black parts on Homura. I'm realizing there are black parts on Homura that are shiny. I need to fix that. I forgot my big water bottle. Forgot to bring it home, and I have to drink out of a small plastic water bottle. I know that feeling. It is not a fun feeling. But it can't be that much worse. Like, I'm sure you can... I'm sure you can live with the drinking out of a water bottle that is not huge. Oh dear. Where is my smudge tool? Make that small. Wait a sec. Okay, not smudge tool. Use the pen tool. Of course. Do this. I need to do the same with the soft shading. Nope. Okay, excellent. Anything else I'm missing? The gray on Homura's... The gray cloth. I have to do a refill every 3 passes. Okay, that's unfortunate. Why is it saying VC undefined? Has it always been doing VC undefined? Okay, what button did I press that is causing that? Shift. Alt, Control, Windows key. Insert. What does the insert key do again? I think it... Fill. Right. How do I fix this? Nue is attacking your undefined fantastic object. OBS input overlay VC underscore undefined. Undefined. Oh, I hate modern search engines so much. Okay, here's my idea. Input history. Tools, help, WebSocket over, input overlay settings. Most of these changes require a restart. Are you joking? You know what? I'll just hide it. I don't need... I'll fix it later. I'm here to be streaming. I'm not here to be fixing technical issues. Is VC undefined that bad? No, but it is distracting. And the whole reason I'm streaming all of this is because it helps me focus and keeps me from being distracted. Like, what's the point? What's the point of doing this stream if I'm just going to get distracted by something? Man, I love this song. I love the fact that I wrote it. I need to write more songs with this vibe. But the question is, what vibe is this? Like, I can tell people what the vibe I intended was, but what vibe is it? What vibe is it actually? I'm looking at this. I'm looking at these handcuffs that I drew, and these are the flimsiest looking handcuffs I've ever drawn. I've ever seen. I really should just redo these, but I don't. But I'm not going to. Like, my assumption is the handcuffs are there as a formality. Like, they know Homura would be able to get out of them fairly easily. So they don't try very hard. This is infuriating. Okay, I wish I had Smart Select. One of the only features from Photoshop that I wish was in Medibang. Is there really only the messy lasso select? No Bezier select? Okay, let me think. Here's the lasso, here's the rectangle select. I have polygon select. And I have pen select. I don't have a curve select tool. So, no Bezier. Actually, there are no Bezier tools in this game. Not in this game, in this program. Like, even the curve tool that you see me use a lot, these aren't Beziers. This curve tool, these clearly aren't Beziers. They are like Beziers are like 4 points, right? These are 3 points. Actually, no, I think they are Beziers, but you can only control. You cannot control the other two output. You cannot control the other. Even my browser site has Beziers and Smart Select. Yeah. Wanna know the reason I'm using this? This and Fire Alpaca. The reason I'm using this is because. Let me undo that. The reason I'm using it is because when I'm drawing with a mouse, when I'm drawing with a mouse, I can pretend it has a, I can pretend the thing has pen pressure. Where is it? Where is it? Huh, strange. Use global settings. And that was very important to me. And now that I actually have like a non-mouse, I'm using not a mouse. I'm just too used to how I'm now just too used to how the pen stability works. Like I've been slowly weaning off the pen stabilization so that I have like I used to have it at 20, I now have it at 10. I could probably afford to lower it to 5 nowadays. Bro evolved into a niche. Unfortunately, I did. Unfortunately, like I need to get my pen correction to as low as possible before I start thinking about switching apps. My issue is that every single other app that I've tried makes it so much more complicated to just draw. Like GIMP is not an art program. It's like, for example, GIMP is not an art program. It's a photo editing program. Like all of Friede is an art program, but it's designed with the Friede is an art program, but it's designed with the expectation that you already know how to use most art programs. I could learn it. Friede is probably the one that I'll be able to learn the fastest. But it has certain workflow assumptions just that I refuse that I just refuse to adhere to. I have GIMP and have used it once. GIMP is alright if you're just making like a thumbnail for a YouTube video. If you're using it for art, it gets difficult. You've seen my... It was for South Park 2 back in 2024. If you're doing something simple with GIMP, it's fairly straightforward. If you're doing something complex or something that requires... You want to know what the worst part about GIMP is? I'm gonna set my pen to like 50 or 20, 50. Okay. I'm also gonna open GIMP. I'm gonna set that to look. You can see how smooth the pen looks, right? Like the actual brush strokes of the pen. One of the issues with GIMP. One of the issues with GIMP. Basic dynamics. How do I zoom in? Right. Come on, GIMP. One of the issues with GIMP is that it doesn't... How do I set this? Give me a small... How do I change the size? One of my issues with GIMP is if I make brush strokes, the brush strokes end up looking... How do I turn off dynamics? Fade options. There we go. One of my issues with... I don't like this. Do I not have a brush that doesn't have this? Dynamics off. There it is. Yeah, one of the issues with GIMP is that you kind of have to make your own brushes, and the brushes are not as smooth. Like, you can see how jagged some of those brush strokes are. And like I like my brush size to be like in the 5 pixel range. Look at how alias those brush strokes are. I hate it. No smooth movements. Okay, it's not the smooth movements. Smooth movements are fine. Like it did. New letter just invented. Yeah. Yeah, my biggest issue is just its brush engine. I think its brush engine sucks. It doesn't do anti-aliasing good. It just looks bad. Now, it's possible that there is a version of GIMP that's newer than the version that I'm using, where the brush engine is good. But I don't think they changed the brush engine just for me. Like, there are plenty of people who use GIMP and enjoy its workflow enough that I don't think they would change the brush engine just for the issues of specific artists who haven't used GIMP in over a decade. You wouldn't know. Okay, lighting, soft shading is finally done. It only took an hour. Color. Actually, let's do soft shading for the transparent parts as well. Ooh. Accidentally pushed a thing on my table, off my table. There it is. Ah, my pen holder. The holder for my stylus. Accidentally tipped it off the table. It's back now. Wah! Oh, excuse me. The artwork I sent you needs slight modification. Is that what you're going to... what you were potentially going to commission me for? Modifying your existing artwork? Like, I'd do it, but... Okay, gotcha. This is for something else. Gotcha. There we go. Excuse me. Now for the hard lights, I believe this is inside of an infirmary, so the lighting should be cool and a little bit harsh. So the lit parts, let's try white for now. The dark parts. Yeah, that works. Let's hide the soft shading. This is unlit. Let me take a drink. I hate clinical lighting, not gonna lie. I don't dislike clinical lighting, but I definitely wouldn't want to live somewhere where clinical lighting is the norm. I say that as someone with like very harsh LED light over top of me. I say that as someone whose room light is a very harsh, very strong white LED. I prefer the white LED when I'm working, but I basically always have it turned off when I'm not working. So my room is just in perpetual darkness. Unless I actively need the light to do something. My room is in darkness because I'm scared of the light attracting crane flies inside it after the 2 incidents. Oh, I understand that. I don't know what specific type of fly. I don't know what specific type of fly it is, but oftentimes during the summer, specifically during the summer, not any other time of the year, but during the summer, a bunch of flies start gathering around the lights around dusk, usually around the time that the sun goes down. A bunch of flies start swarming around every single light around the house. You have to periodically turn off all the lights. What do they look like? I don't often get a close look. I don't often get a close look at them. They look like this. Familiar with that? I'll keep that there for now. Let me finish this. I don't think these are flies. I think they're some sort of male adult form of maybe ants or something. Maybe ants, maybe termites, I'm not sure. That looks either like a termite or some sort of moth. Is it a moth if is it considered a moth if it's like There are a bunch of them that fly around like this. Big enough that it looks like this. They swarm around like this. Big enough that the swarm ends up looking like this instead of like individual dots. It's like horrifying to people who don't live in areas with bugs. But fairly normal for the Philippines, at least in this area. I could send you an image. Sure, DM it to me. I'll take a look. Show you an image of what swarming termites look like. That's about right. Yeah, that's about right. It's probably termites then. It would make sense. I live in an old house. We've been dealing with these termites for years. Every time you think we got rid of them, they suddenly come back. I see termites every once in a while. Termites once destroyed my collection of books. I owned a bunch of books. I had a bunch of books in my shelf. I got sick for a year. I got sick for a year and couldn't access the shelf. The very next year, once I got better, I tried accessing the shelf again, and all of the books have been eaten. All of the books were just completely like the inside was just dust, wood dust. Remember when my house got absolutely infested with rice-eating moths? My brother would throw pillows at moths that got into our room to stun them. Yeah, that's the sort of thing you don't really see in Europe, isn't it? Most of Europe is too cold for that sort of infestation. We got rid of them by getting rid of the rice. That's a shame. It's completely unfeasible for a Filipino to do, though. Like, everything in our country is about rice. We would see them mating on the ceiling. Yikes. Windex got a 10% sale increase on how often we use the spray. Like globally? Or just for your local store? Because I very much doubt that a single household would be able to compete with a corporate buyer. Exaggerated. Take your pick. Fair enough. Yeah, I want to look back at my time in Somaliland about 2 decades ago. We had cockroaches in our house instead. Oh yeah, we have cockroaches too. I live in a hot and humid environment. All sorts of creatures. All sorts of creepy crawly creatures exist in our household. There's nothing we can really do to stop it. Other You once saw ants eating cockroaches? Most of the cockroaches I've seen in my home are already dead and just in the garage. I saw ants eating them. Man, ants are some of the best and the worst. They're some of the best and the worst insects to have in your house. Because having them in your house means so many other creepy crawlies just don't exist. Because they would either predate on them or outcompete them for resources. But if you leave any sort of food unattended for too long, like if you don't put them in the fridge, like if you put them anywhere without a cover, without a vacuum sealed cover, the ants are going to get to it. Apologies, apologies, Indy, if we're squicking you out too much. It's the sort of thing I've been desensitized to on account of living in the Philippines. It's fine. I wasn't a normal kid. I very much doubt most of the people watching my stream right now in the middle of the night for the Americans grew up as normal kids. Also, Tuesday streams not very popular, I'm thinking. Part of the reason is also that I haven't made social media posts about the stream until literally when the stream started. So that might also be the issue. At the same time, I get the sense that Tuesdays are days where people just don't watch streams because you two were some of the only I think you two are the only people who are watching right now. Like I have 20 views on this stream, which is normal. Like 20 random people showed up and left. But normally it's more than this. So I don't know. They look so sickly with the... They look kind of sickly with the cool lighting and cool shadows. It's like she doesn't have blood. There we go. That's a bit better. Oh, soft shading. Oh yeah, I suddenly remembered. I believe I wrote a new song within the last week. I should probably add that to my work background music. I forgot about it. Me add files. Which one was it? Oh, I made I made edits to No Respite at Daybreak, a mad grab for greatness, and bounded belligerent. Actually, I don't think I need the change. Okay. Where's No Respite for Daybreak? I don't want that to play anymore. Let's play. What is this song? Let's play the new one that I wrote recently. You finished the slight edit to the art that you sent me? Alrighty then. I don't know where I got this melody from, to be honest with you. I know that I didn't come up with this melody from scratch, but I don't remember where what inspired the melody. I know I've written other songs that sound like this too. It's mine now? Okay, can I post this here? File does not exist. Post this here? Nope. Copy image. Damn it. Tin Sheet's recent artwork. No, Trumpet Fairy. Pansexual does not... It does not count as pansexual if you're only attracted to your trumpet. Very cute. Sure to stop cheating. Okay. And the other song that I finished, I made edits to No Respite for Daybreak. Tin Sheet should I believe Tin Sheet commented on this song's existence once. It should still be familiar to him. I think it was you who made a comment. Sounded like a... Let's just fill this with shadow. It's fine. Okay, the edit doesn't sound as good on stream as it did in the editor. I'm gonna have to make some more edits to that one then. Loosely based on a bunch of Sega arcade titles. It sounds like a track that would be in like an arcade racing game. I have a rough vision of what I want to commission eventually. I'm glad. Knowing what you want is a good thing. I've had many a commissioner who have decided to pay me without actually knowing what they want. It's both a blessing and a curse, because it's a blessing because I get full creative freedom to just do what I want. At the same time, it's like if doing what I want, sometimes doing what I want ends up being something that the commissioner does not want. So I have to do the awkward dance of trying to figure out what the commissioner wants, what the commissioner actually wants, while still pretending I have creative freedom. Should I send it right now or later? Yeah, sure, send it. I won't be able to reply immediately because, you know, but the sooner I get it, the sooner I'll be able to give you a quote for how much it would be. There it is. Oh, that's a new character. Is that another OC? I'm assuming that's one of the fairy maids. It's sort of an OC. Character, more like characters I invented now and will probably never use again. Temporary OC, I guess. You say that as if like... You say that, and then I'm reminded of, what was it? I think it was 2024. Where is it? I'm reminded of this fairy maid OC that I made specifically so that we have Flan very dejected about the fact that she accidentally hurt one of the fairy maids. And then a few 2024, when was this? That was 522. I believe I have I was commissioned not long after that to draw the fairy. Draw Sakuya giving first aid to the fairy. So, yeah. Like, it was... Like, the artwork was so upsetting to someone that they commissioned me to draw the fairy maid getting better. It was so cute. Part of me wishes that I did actual anime style shadows, because in an actual anime, all of these hair shadows just would not exist. All of these hair shadows would only exist during close-ups. About the art, the bullets in the background disregard the Master Spark. It's hybrid of Pachuli's 3 non-spells. Oh, wait, no. Are they actually Patchouli spell cards? I see the red. There's the non-spell. There's the fireballs. I see the lasers. Did Patchouli's spell cards have actual lasers? I thought it was just... I only remember the lasers being in the non-spells. And... okay, shadowed all of this. The best part about this is that I'm going to be drawing them with glowing eyes. Those wine-colored eyes are gonna glow in the dark. It's gonna be great. Red lasers are non-spell. There we go. So it's a hybrid spell card and not spell card. It's kind of like what I did for what was it for not 10 desires for Toho World Cup. It was either last year or the year before. It was last year, I think. Where is 3-5? There it is. Like this is technically a mix between This is technically a mix between Tekibanki's spell cards and her non-spell. Feature doing creature things. Do that for Toho World Cup. Welcome to the stream, Spoofron. Good to see you again. I just realized I didn't do soft shading for any of the hair, any of the eyes. I should fix that. Airbrush. There we go. That's better. Did I not put soft shading on Chisato's face? I don't think so. Oh no. Did I delete it? There you go. By the way, that potential commission has a chessboard. Brings back memories. Right. Does everyone remember the chessboard from 2024? The chessboard incident? It's here somewhere. It has to be. It was 2024, right? Was it early 2025? Let me double check. Okay. Yeah, it was early 2025. I spent so long. I spent so long on the chessboard. One of the reasons I spent so long on the chessboard is because the original art, like the original art that I drew that was based on, had so many JPEG artifacts on the chessboard that I couldn't make out any of the details. Like I wasn't sure which, what piece was which. Now, where was I? Right. Shadows. Let me turn off the soft shading. Chessboard incident of 25. Yep. There are a lot of inside jokes within the stream that I didn't realize were so recent. Like so many of the inside jokes happened in 2024. When the streams were first starting out. How recent is Yomu Flesh? It was one of the first ones, actually. It was the first one. Redler LARP. To be fair, you literally just started watching the streams. Like obviously you wouldn't know the inside jokes because of it. Have I ever mentioned that I dislike drawing shadows of hair? At least when it comes to hair that's like big and flowing. There's a reason most of the time when I draw characters with hair, they just have like a fairly simple bob cut. Where their hair is made of big geometric shapes. But I can't really do that when I'm drawing characters, someone else's characters. It only really applies to my original characters. I'm Toho brain rotted. At that point, I'm seeing Flandre as Chisato. Yes. Homura's parents. Flandre Scarlet and Kaguya Horai-san. Oh my god, imagine if they were Homura's parents. That would be so... that would be so funny. Kaguya would be such a terrible parent. The red shirt though, vest. It's not a vest, it's a blazer, and she just happens to be wearing a... It's a blazer, and she also happens to be wearing a lab coat. What is a blazer but a vest without amputation? It's an uncircumcised vest. Yeah, no, it's not it's not circumcision, it's amputation. The sleeves are arms. No, that's a sleeveless hoodie. Ah. An uncircumcised vest is a sleeveless hoodie. Yeah, that makes sense. So all of these with color. Da-da-da, da-da-da-da-da-da-da. And fill with shadows. Excellent. Yep, make it easier on myself. Just pick the shadows of the big parts first, instead of fussing over the little details. Okay, show me the soft shading so that I can work my magic with the shadows. Oh goodness. Oh, it keeps happening. Okay, hide the soft shading. Okay, Takina and Chisato's shadows are done. Let's move on to Homura, I guess. Let me take a drink first, though. I have been streaming for 2 hours. Lovely. Okay. Okay, so the light comes from here. It's going from in front of Homura. So she's lit from behind, if we're going from the viewer's perspective. So that means I'm free to just do something like this. Actually, everything from this side is lit from behind. This side is still lit from very slightly above. This part is definitely lit from behind. behind the soft shading. Okay, which part of the skirt should have light? Unrelated. I think it's weird that the Lunarians use the crescent moon for symbolism when they can not even see it. Maybe it's meant to represent the crescent Earth, but that doesn't really make sense. I assume it's from back. I assume it's just a holdover from back when they still lived on Earth. Like, they didn't always live on the moon. They only later became... They used to be on Earth. They only moved to the moon. Why did they move to the moon? Something to do with the impurities of the Earth? I just know that they weren't always the Lunarians weren't always moon people. So they could have just used a circle or semicircle to represent the moon since the crescent wasn't standard. They could have, but they did not. So clearly someone had an agenda. Someone wanted it specifically to be the crescent moon. So that's what they ended up with. Alternatively, they might have they might have used like a full circle at some point, but then they realized, like we did here on Earth, that just having a yellow circle makes it easy to misinterpret it as being about the sun. So they chose something less ambiguous. They listen to us Earthlings. Were the Earthlings the ones who decided that? I mean, we know that Sagome isn't above listening to Earthlings, but she's also like bound in such a way that fate will toil to make everything she says into untruths. Imagine an alternate universe where the gibbous was the standard representation of the moon. It would be way harder to draw for most people, now that I think about it. How many people even know what a gibbous moon even looks like? Most people know that moon to be the not quite full moon. They're not even wrong, but it's like, if that's how they know the moon is, I very much doubt that they'd... If that's the most of their knowledge of what a gibbous moon is, I very much doubt they'd know how to draw it from memory. You'd end up with a moon diagram that I made for for Luna Child when I drew her for drawing every Toho. The big old diagram with a bunch of circles that are not necessarily representative of what the moon looks like when it's in that phase. I feel like half moon would be the second best after crescent, but it's not as fancy looking. You also have to remember that the Lunarians are very, very particular about the way they look. They have to look... They specifically need to look superior. And they will not look superior if their moon iconography is just a half circle. Honestly, it just seems like it's just for Earthlings if we ever got to see them. We see the type of moon all the time and they know it. Do Lunarians ever, like, leave the moon? Not like leave the moon to go to Earth, but like leave the moon in general. Like explore the space around it. Like, I presume not, but I can be wrong. I could be wrong. Like, exploring around doesn't seem like something a Lunarian would do. I don't remember exactly. Honestly, I think it would be funny if they were space British. If they were space British and colonized the Mars, colonized Mars. Better or worse than them being... I don't know what would be better. Like, humanity in the future arriving on Mars and realizing that there's someone already there, or the Lunarians panicking a second time, panicking again when the humans somehow reach another section of the world that they're not supposed to be able to get to. Oh, they would absolutely not be cowboys. They are much too uptight about things to be cowboys. They would be the ranch owners. At best, they would be ranch owners. They'd be the people on the... They'd be the people owning plantations and slaves. They'd be the people owning plantations and slaves and hiring people to kill those they deem impure. Real estate agents. I suppose that's the modern version of it. Like, some manner of modern version of it, yeah? Okay. Shadows. Okay. Oh boy. Okay, I need to select all of the parts that are going to glow. Hide the shadows of all of these. Not hide. Delete the shadows of all of these. Just realized I didn't do the soft shading for the rings. I should do that. RG. Add. Add. I glow. Alt RG. Airbrush, make it small. Lines. Okay, there we are. Now all that's left is highlights. Eye glow, gem glow, gem glow, highlights. Five pixels, not 52, 5 pixels. Okay, I'm gonna need to do some editing. Some blur editing so the need to do some blur editing so the curved surfaces, the shadows on the curved surfaces actually look like the surfaces are curved. There are other things I also need to do. I need to add some subsurface scattering. Make it so that the shadows around the skin are... I didn't put any shadows around Takina's hands. Takina's left hand. I need to fix that. Yeah, subsurface scattering so the skin looks like there's blood inside of it. Cool, by the way, for you to give Homura actual shoes. That's because she does have actual shoes. Like, it's in her character design. Ah, great. Homura Akemi. And then switch to gallery. That's gallery. Anime screenshots. Show me the concept art. Like, look at that. She does have shoes. Like the only reason it's not visible, like, you can see the seam. You can see where her heel meets, where the heel meets the shoe. Like, okay, let's add the shadows to Takina's hands before I forget. I guess for me, it just looks very difficult to make out. Yeah, it is. Most people don't even realize that she's. Most people don't even realize that they're two separate pieces. Okay, let's go flip. Let's go add some subsurface scattering. All of the shadows around the skin. The subsurface scattering is also why most artists, when they draw characters, they make it so that the shadows are red. There we are. Let me save that. What else is missing? Right, highlights around the hair. Let's use my curve tool. First variable thickness. Nah. Excellent. Excellent. I'll also do it for this side. There we go. Any others? I suppose this over here could use one. There we go. Do it for the other side as well. Okay. Save that. Oh my goodness. Now I need to draw a simple background. What color are hospital rooms typically? The ones in my country are typically beige. But from what I understand, beige can be rather unpleasant for some people. What about you guys? What is your experience with hospitals and what color their walls are? It's beige or white? Actually, in this case, white is probably the correct call. But not this sort of white. I need to also darken it. Darken the top parts. Okay, that's the walls. Let's add the curtains. The curtains are definitely white. Filter hue. Beige, right? There we go. Also, I just received something. I think it's notification. What was that? Message about a delivery that I had. About something I had delivered. Gotcha. Protect alpha. Airbrush. Here's the... Filter hue, lower the saturation, lower the brightness. Alt RG. Airbrush, lower that. Next up is a door. Hello, Fizzy Soda. Finny Fizzy Soda. Is that you, Finn? Is this the same Finn that I'm thinking of? New user. Gotcha. Welcome to the stream. A little bit brighter. Do I make this door wood? Or do I make it aluminum? Generally speaking, the doors in hospital rooms are colored. The man, the myth, the legend. Your sister says hi. Please like the stream. All right. I really should say that more often, but I don't. I always keep forgetting. Oh, Red. I got to fly out to Denver for a fan expo. Got to meet Kellen Kellen Goff. Nice. Filter hue. Saturation. Brightness. Okay. Oh, we are not quite done. I'm realizing that I forgot to curve the shadows around the bars around the bed. only did it for one of them, not all of them. Here we are. Okay, what do I do with these backgrounds? Move this to a new folder. Characters. I could probably... Okay, let's go. White. Okay, not white. How about gray? That's not gonna work. Alt RG. It's fine. Let's try Bloom. Red. It'll low-key. It's almost 3 a.m. for me, so I'm traveling to the new time zone. I'm gonna dip. I swear I'll be back before 3 months. Sure, friend. Have a good trip. Alt RT. Stop, I promise. I watch the VODs if that means anything. You do now. That is surprising to me. Like, I was under the impression that nobody actually watches my VODs. Let me save this. Okay, send the picture to my commissioner because this is pretty much done. How long have I been streaming? Around 3 hours? Very good progress. Bye-bye. Very good progress. It's pretty much done. So if you want me to change some colors around, I can do so. Ah. Okay. With this complete, what to do now? I get like my next stream is definitely gonna be tomorrow, where I complete the drawing every Toho character Great Fairy Wars. Do I have the energy to keep working? It's been 3 hours and I've been drawing for 3 hours straight. I don't think I have the mental energy to keep going, now that I think about it. I have the physical energy, but the mental energy of focusing for as long as I have. Yeah, no, I'm gonna end this here. Next stream is going to be tomorrow, same time. 2 p.m. Philippines time. 1 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. And on Saturday, I'm gonna be completing Devil May Cry 4. It's gonna be the final 4 missions. It's gonna be fun. Before I end things, let me remind everyone, I have a coffee.com/Redler Red7. I draw artwork for strangers on the internet, and strangers on the internet pay for my bills. My goal for this month is $200. If you want to be one of those strangers that helps pay for my bills, send me a tip. Even as little as $1 helps. Send it to coffee.com/RedlerRed7. That's ko-fi.com/RedlerRed7. Coffee.com/RedlerRed7. Thank you all for watching. I will see you tomorrow for drawing every Toho character, Great Fairy Wars. It's going to be the final episode. Well, final stream. Oh, I might stream again on Thursday or Friday. It's going to be a different commission from this one. It's gonna be fun. Let me end that broadcast.